Hello everybody, my name is Coolblue and I'm bringing out this video of me playing a board game, and today I'm going to be playing through the 20 strong Solar Sentinels. So this is going to be a part of the playthrough finally of the 20 strong series. I think I talked about it before, but here I am actually kind of doing the thing. And yeah, we're just going to be playing through the Solar Sentinels one, and let me just get that on screen here. Look at that, boom, Solar Sentinels, woo, look at that fancy thumbnail screen. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? Right, so let me go and start our background music here because you know I love my background music. So let's get that going. And let's go back to our main screen here. So as far as everything goes, 20 strong, this game follows the 20 strong series, the 20 strong family of games. And the way the 20 strong family of games works is essentially you'll have some base general rules. So you have a general rule book like this, and then you'll also have the rule book that corresponds to the deck that you're playing. The 20 strong system has a few different games in the 20 strong series already, like Too Many Bones and wrong one. In the Tanglewood Gold, for instance, and these will have their own associated deck. But for this game, 20 strong Solar Sentinels, we have ourselves this little rule sheet. So knowing that the general rules will correspond to how or what the language on the card stands for. So there's a symbol set, for instance, let me see if I can find an example. There's some design language on each card. These are the enemy cards. And the design language in these cards will tell us what things to look out for. So for instance, the plus symbol here, the plus gold, means that when you draw this card, you will draw an additional card. And the other common language would be things such as, this is the symbol for you take that much damage if you do not defeat this particular creature or finish this counter. This is how much health the thing has. This is the name. There's an effect. This symbol means that while this one's on the field, it will do things. This is the item, the reward that you'll get at the end if you successfully defeat this particular creature. And this lightning bolt means that you will get that effect immediately. And this symbol here means that it will increase your strategy, and so on and so forth. So there's a good bit to kind of go through, to kind of sink your teeth into when it comes to learning, but it's not complicated, I promise. And it follows some of the common thread rules from the 20 strong series. One of the other things that are core to the 20 strong series, besides the fact that you have 17 dice here, plus these 3 that count your stats, is that you'll have characters. And these characters will have certain starting stats, they'll have certain starting abilities, they'll have names, and they'll also have sometimes a universal symbol. So for instance, this is, if I were playing this character, I would start the game with 1 health, with 3 strategy, and 2 recovery. Health is used to basically, if I run out of health, I lose the game. So if I do that, I die. Strategy lets you know how many times you get to re-roll during the rolling phase. So in this case, I get 3 rolls total. So the first roll that I do, then I get to re-roll once, and I get to re-roll again. So I get 3 rolling rounds, if you will, 3 strategy phases. And then finally, the recovery determines how many dice I get to pull back, or I get to pull back from exhausted back to my existing dice pool. So there's various things I can do during the game, or various things that can be done as far as defeating enemies to increase these stats. And each character will also have their own ability. So this character has auto javelin as their ability. Before each exhaust dice step, you may return up to 2 committed that symbol dice, and that symbol dice corresponds to the dice face of the 20 strong dice. So as you see here, these are the 5 different type of what they call unit dice that exist in the game. And they also have different symbolism on them. If you'll notice, the red die has 6 little notches around it. The purple dice here has 5 little notches. The green has 3, the yellow has 2, the blue has 4. These notches correspond to the faces, the hits. So for instance, the blue dice has 4 hits, with one of those being a crit, and it has 2 misses. So 2 miss faces. And the yellow die subsequently has 2 hits, and it has 4 misses. 1, 2, 3, 4 misses. So this lets you know that the red die is your best die because it's guaranteed to hit on every single face, and with one of those hits being a crit. So you'll be able to get a crit with the same number of chance on all the dice. But this one has more hits than that one, and sorry, this one has more hits than this one has more hits than this one has more hits than that one, so on and so forth. So that's a unit die. But recovery allows you to recover dice based on your recovery level, and my ability, or the ability on this particular character, allows me to recover a crit as well, so it kind of gives you some extra recovery outside of your normal basis, and each character will have their own special ability. This one will have starting stats of 3 health, 2 strategy, and 1 recovery, but before the exhaust die step, you can choose any die color except green, and then for each committed die of that color, return a committed green die. And committed is when you go into the phase where you basically say, hey, I'm going to apply these dice, and then that's where you get to do that ability. So everybody will have different abilities. These cards are double-sided, so there's 6 different people that we'll be able to fight with, and these will be the characters I'll play. And I'll choose these randomly here shortly, but not right now. Moving on to everything else, we have our enemy stack for the 20 strong Solar Sentinels. This rulebook will correspond to the deck, the rest of the deck, which is the creatures you fight, the boss that you fight, and the missions in this case. And this stack has a number of really scary creatures that I'll be fighting. So I'm just giving you a good shuffle here, and then I'm going to bring up one of the creatures so we can look at it. I don't know why I shuffled it, to be honest. But as I mentioned before, these creatures will have different stats and different effects. So this particular creature has a different, this is named a Parablight. It will bring in one other enemy, and I'll show how that works here shortly. And then while this one's on the field, each enemy can have only one die color applied to them. So that's important because it'll limit how many things I can do or how many dice I can commit, because I can commit as many dice as I want to, but I have to be very mindful of my recovery levels. So I'm trying to balance, do I want to put a lot of dice so I can take out this creature, or do I want to put a few dice and maybe kind of get a crit or two? This particular creature puts a limitation during the fight that basically says that I can only apply one of each color, and that can be very limiting, especially if I don't have the right dice in my pool. But they give me an item if I defeat them, which allows me to discard one enemy from the engagement, a level 2 enemy from the engagement, no reward. For this deck, for Soul Sentinels, the level is determined here. So this is a level 1 creature, this is a level 2 creature, like so. Level 2 creatures are generally more dangerous and they have more stuff, they do more stuff. And there's also 2 different colors, being orange and yellow. Yellow creatures are considered normal creatures, and orange are considered mandatory, meaning that if they are on the top of the stack, then I must choose to engage with them for my fight. So that is, those are some basic things for how the game works. Now, I should have said this earlier, but I'm going to say it now. This is not intended to be a full comprehensive teach of this one, because I do want to go ahead and get through the gameplay here. But I do want to give people enough information that way, if this is the only video you watch, you'll at least be able to start watching, and then as we go along, hopefully you'll learn more rules. Sorry for the loud noises here while I'm shuffling my cards. So as far as everything is considered for the setup, with this game, I will have the ultimate goal of defeating one of these 4 boss cards. And I will not know which boss I'm fighting until I get to the very end. And the way that I will get to the spots where I can fight one of the boss cards is once I've depleted 3 of these stacks. Now I say 3 of these stacks because you'll have your yellow stack and you'll divide it evenly into 3 different stacks, and then you'll put the cards face up, so you'll flip the from face down to face up, all the cards, and you'll be picking from one of those 3 stacks and what you engage with. If the creature, if at the time of choosing what you're going to engage with, if it's orange, for instance, then you'll be forced to engage with that one. If it has a plus skull symbol on it, whether it's orange or yellow, then you'll be pulling more enemies. And it can get to a point where you might get overrun, so you have to be very careful with that, of course. There's also, in the full game, there's also missions. And for the base game, for the normal game, the normal full game, I will start by drawing 4 of these missions. Missions are essentially challenges that I'll have to encounter or deal with. And these challenges will determine, if I finish all of them, they'll basically make the boss fight, the in-game boss fight, just normal. If I do not finish the missions by the end of the game, then the boss will have some additional entourage, some additional other enemies that show up with them. So that's important to note, because the missions here will be a little bit challenging. They'll do things like say, hey, you must fight this many enemies before you can pass this mission, or you must do this kind of thing, you must take this much damage, stuff like that. So it's important to try and do the missions, because it makes the final boss fight easier if I do the missions. But then again, the missions could be challenging. In addition to that, the missions must be done from left to right. And I'm going to go ahead and reveal the missions here because I'm doing my setup. And the missions here are going to be these ones in front of us. And I'll bring one of these up on the close screen. So here's an example of a mission. This one says, while this is your current mission, you may discard 2 non-mandatory cards, or yeah, you may discard 2 non-mandatory cards from the stacks during the cleanup step instead of 1. Do so in 3 different engagements. So if I do that in engagements, that will end up speeding up the end of the game and giving me less time to kind of collect items and power up, but it will allow this mission to be done and it will make the final boss fight a little bit easier. So those are the kind of things I will have for the missions, the kind of challenges, and the missions, as I mentioned before, they must be done in order. If I didn't mention before, I mention it now. So I must finish this mission before I can finish this mission, before I can finish that mission, before I can finish that mission. And as part of setup on the normal game, which is what I'm playing, I will choose one of these 4 missions to discard and then face the other 3 missions. So let's go and look at what we got. So Never Surrender says activate 3 or more enemies in a single activation. Okay. 5 Strong says apply 5 dice colors to a single enemy. All right. Cry Havoc. In a single commit die step, commit all dice that are in your dice pool of 3 different dice colors. Ooh, that sounds a little challenging. And the last one is Scare Tactics. While this is your current mission, you may discard 2 non-mandatory enemies or 2 non-mandatory cards from the stacks during your cleanup step instead of 1. Do this in 3 different engagements. Okay. I think from here I'm going to get rid of Cry Havoc because that one seems a little brutal. And I'm just going to go with this. So these are going to be my 3 missions I'm going to face. Now let me go ahead and finish setting up my enemies here. And as I said before, we're going to deal out 3 even stacks. And almost done. All right, there we go, 3 even stacks. And normally you would flip these face up, but I don't like doing that. I like to just flip over the top card. It'll be the same effect. It just means that whenever I take a card from the top, then I'll flip over the next one. And that tends to be, you know, clean enough for me. So that's how I'm going to play it. That's not how I'm recommending you play it. This is how I'm going to play it. Also, the lighting that I have here in the room is a little bit bright, so things might seem a little shiny, so my apologies. I'll try to bring the cards up on a close-up screen so we can look at them from time to time when we want to read the text and figure out what's going on. But for now, this is where we're gonna live. All right, now I have to choose one of my starting people. I like to just go ahead and roll a die and call it a day. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and roll a d6 because why wouldn't I? Actually, these are d6s, aren't they? Yeah, let's roll the health d6. Is this balanced? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not a balanced die. I lied. I'm gonna roll a normal balanced die. Okay, I'm gonna roll this die, the avatar dice. All right, so I'm gonna count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with the front of the card being even or odd, and the back of the card being even. So 1 is this side, 2 is the other side, and we're gonna roll a d6, and we rolled 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we're playing the Valkyrie 7, Valkyrie Mach 7. So let me bring this up on a close-up camera here. So the Valkyrie Mach 7 says that they have adaptive armor. And the adaptive armor, when you select Valkyrie Mach 7 during game setup, increase your stat die by a total of +2. Okay. So I can choose which one. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do 2, 3, 3. Or I can do 2, 2, 4. No, I'm going to do 2, 3, 3. I think this is a good start. All right, so we're just going to start there. And that's going to be our character here. So we're going to fly them back over there. And we're ready to start our game. All I haven't done yet is I haven't flipped these over. All right, so another thing to note here is that, like I said, if my health goes down to 0, then I will be dead. Another thing to note that is very important, oops, sorry, dropped my headphones. Another thing to note that is very important is that the strategy stat will control how many cards I can hold in my inventory. So I currently have 0 cards, so it's not going to do anything right now, of course, but that's an important thing to note as we go along. So, looking at the creatures here, there's a few different ones to fight, but because this one's orange, I must face this one. So we're going to just run right into it. This creature has what's called an after effect. And I'll bring it up here on the screen, of course. This creature has an after effect, so this is the Total War Spore. And the after effect here says, let me see if I can clear that up a little bit. Yeah, it says a little bit better. Yeah, that's fine. This one has an after effect that says, roll the 3 weakest dice that you committed this engagement. If you roll at least 2 hits, banish a purple. Ooh, that could be rough. But they also give me an ability down here, and this ability can be used an infinite number of times. But when I first take the card, I lose 1 recovery, which is not great. And then it says, at the end of each strategy phase, return all committed misses. So that could be pretty cool. So we'll see if that works out for us. But it's a level 2, has 5 health, and will deal 3 damage to me if I do not defeat him. So I must defeat him, or else my run is over. This might be the shortest video of the series. So let's go ahead and choose our die. So I'm going to, I have 3 total rounds that I'll be able to roll dice, this being round 1. And at the end of every fight, at the end of the total engagement, after I suffer consequences, I'll suffer my damage and everything, and after I suffer the after effect, I will exhaust all the dice that I've committed. So I'm currently in the commit dice phase. And after I've exhausted all the dice I've committed, then I'll be able to recover up to 3 dice from the exhausted dice pool, which I'll keep over here as we start building it. So knowing that, I think I want to try to take this one out, and I'm going to roll 3 of my yellows, and there we go. I'm gonna try to roll this. So I'm committing this, which is gonna take me a little bit to recover, but I think it might give me the thing I want. Oh, also I should mention this now before I forget. The way I'm rolling the dice is essentially the handful of dice that I'm rolling, not all at once, but the handful of dice that I'm rolling, I'm gonna roll it all and then pick up what I got from there, and then roll more if I have a ton of dice that I'm rolling. And the reason why is because even if the dice bump each other and it becomes like a better thing or a worse thing, I'm just gonna deal with the consequences of that. So, just letting you know now. All right, so we're almost got him down. We have 2 more rolls. So I think I was gonna stick with this for my next roll. Hopefully I don't have to commit any more dice. I just need 1 more hit. None, all right. So now we are getting towards the end. So I have 1 more roll. I super need to not get hit, so I'm gonna commit these 2 extras. I was hoping that I could get lucky with that last roll, but all right, it looks like we do succeed just barely with a crit from the blue, so thank you, blue. Thank you, me. And we do successfully take them out. So that's a lot of dice that were committed, but we do have a better situation for the after effects. So now this creature's defeated. If this creature had a lightning bolt effect, which this one doesn't, then I would immediately gain that result, but I don't. So I'm done with all 3 of my phases. I'm done with my entire strategy phase here. We're gonna move to the resolve phase. So I suffer damage, there's no damage to suffer. And then I get to, I have to deal with the after effects. And this one has an after effect. And this one's after effect is for, 1 second. Why is this always happening here? Oh my gosh. Sorry, my TV is doing things. This one's going to have the after effect of rolling my 3 weakest dice that I've committed, which are these 3 here. These are my weakest, 3 weakest. And if I have 2 hits, then I must banish a purple. Perfect, no hits. So no purple banished, perfect. And there we go. So I dealt with the after effects. Now I must exhaust my dice. So I will exhaust these dice. And now I can choose to recover. Now I recover, I can choose to recover 3. I'm gonna recover this one, and this one. Kind of keep my strong dice here flowing. And then I get to gain item rewards. Now, I can choose not to gain this item if I don't want it, but I think I am going to gain it, although it's not going to be the greatest right now because it's going to reduce my recovery by 1. I'm hoping that I can increase my recovery somewhere. Actually, yeah, I'm still going to claim it. I'm hoping I can increase my recovery somewhere else. But this feels not that great to be gaining this one right now. But hey, it's kind of the hand I'm dealt with. All right, let me see if I can see if this is out of focus. I don't think it's out of focus. I think that's the best we're going to get. So, all right, let's try. I was just trying to adjust the camera to see if it was maybe out of focus, but it's not. So this is just. as zoomed out as I am. This is what we're gonna get. All right. So now that we've done that, we gain our items rewards, we clean up, we discard all active cards, and now we discard one non-mandatory from the stacks. So let's see, which one of these do I want to discard? I think we're going to discard the War Spore, because I want to try to face the Mortis. Because the Mortis will give me 2 health extra, and allows me to recover 2 dice. So it allows me to increase my stats, basically. So we're going to get rid of this one. All right, perfect. So now we're on to another fight, on to another round. I don't want to fight that guy yet. So we're going to take the Mortis on. Has no pluses, so that's it. And now we are going into our battle phase. So I will, I'll see if I can get another crit. I'll just do these 4. Well, I don't want to do too many dice here. Oh, this one lets me recover 2 dice. So yeah, I'm going to do these 4. Yeah, I'm going to do these 4. I'm hoping I get a crit. I'm hoping I get a crit. No crits, but we do got 3 hits. So I can choose to apply these hits, or I can choose to re-roll them. He has 7 health. He's going to do 3 damage. He's going to take me out if I don't take him out. So I think I'm kind of in a similar situation. This is not great. So we're going to apply these 3. Actually, we're going to apply these 2. Oh, this one lets me return all misses that are committed. So yeah, we're gonna apply these 3, and then I'm going to take these as well as this and roll these. And hopefully these all end up being hits or a crit. And if there's any misses, I'm okay with that because I get to recover those for free. All right, that's not the greatest because I got 1 more roll left. And I need to do 2 more hits. So 2 more hits is what I need. If I don't do the 2 hits, I'm dead. So it's either I commit more dice now or I die. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and commit the more die. Things are getting more dire, as you will. See? Pun intended. All right. So we got our hits. We got every hit that we needed. And we will get to recover this one for free. So return all committed misses. So that's going to be okay. And we super beat him up. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Beat up. And because I defeated him, I get this effect immediately, so I get +2 to my health, so I go to 4. And I get to recover 2 dice, so I'll recover this and this. All right, and then all of these dice will be over here into my discard. And we will also recover 3. Nope, we're recovering 2. I forgot to downgrade this. We are recovering 2, which is not great. I thought we were still recovering 3. I would have done something differently. I should pay attention. Whew, this is getting rough. Yeah, these enemies are pretty rough. And now I get to discard 1 of these, which is perfect because I don't think I can take on this guy. This guy says a max of 1 die of each color can be applied in each apply die step. I actually can't really take on any of these, but this one especially would really hose me. So I'm going to throw this one out. Man, what is with all these super strong enemies I'm fighting all of a sudden? All right. If you suffer any damage this engagement, add +1 skull to the next engagement. But this one has a good ability. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to fight both of these. Can I get, what is that, 14? 6 plus 8, 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need to crit on everything. So I'm going to face this guy alone, one-on-one. I need 1 crit and all my dice to hit. So I'm going to play every single die I have here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need all 7 to hit, and we need at least one crit. There's gonna be at least 1 crit from this. There's gotta be. Okay, there's our crit. There's our crit. We can take multiple crits, but at least 1 is for sure what we need. Okay, so just hit and hit. All right, so we got our 1 crit. We just need these 2 to hit now. So that's going to be that. And then we're rolling these 2. I like how our 1 crit was our weakest die. Okay. All right, come on, blue die. I need you to hit. Oh, thank goodness. All right. +2. All right, so we defeated him. Now, I would have only taken 1 damage. And that would not have been great, but I really was banking on getting this ability. And if I didn't get this ability, I would have been in a really big world of hurt. So we defeated him, which is great. All these dice are, well, we're going to go through our phases here. We're not going to suffer any damage, no after effects. Exhaust dice, recover. I get to recover 2, so man, I really need to get my recovery up. But it's okay. I'm going to gain this item, and I'm going to spend it immediately to get all my dice back. It says recover all of your dice. I'm glad I did not take on any more enemies there, because that would have been disastrous. And I will get to discard 1 non-mandatory enemy from a stack. What even is my... Oh, I forgot about my missions. Okay. All right. This guy's not too bad, and he gives me +1 to my recovery. So I'm gonna discard this one because he's causing me some heartache. There we go. Okay, this is good. This is good. Yeah, this one's not terrible right now. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do Never Surrender. I don't have to declare it, I just have to do it before it can count. So I'm going to try to claim Never Surrender. I'm first going to take this one. All right, good. And then I'm going to take this one. Wait, can I do that with all my dice? Hold on. And this is why I don't like to flip them face up until I'm ready, because sometimes I like undo like that, and it's really hard to do. So if I take on this enemy right now, I will potentially get the plus there, but that's going to be 6 + 5, so that's 11 + 3, so I have to deal 14 damage. And this one says, in the roll dice step, change all rolled hits, or misses to hits, and hits to misses. That's not the greatest. So I would essentially need to commit a lot of dice already. Or sorry, I essentially already have to commit a lot of dice. I'm gonna, it's level 1. Okay. I'm gonna just fight this one. I'm not gonna do fully Never Surrender because I feel like it's a little too risky. A little too risky. Fingers crossed I can get Never Surrender here soon. Like I could have tried for it, but I think it's not worth the risk with this combination of things. All right, so now we're on to our fight. We are going to go ahead and commit 1, 2. I cannot commit green die because of this guy. So 3. Oh, we misses to hits and hits to misses. Hold on, I forgot about that. So we're gonna do all of our yellow. And yeah, we're just gonna roll these 5. This might be enough to take out both of them. Now crits are also counted as hits. So they get turned into misses. So actually, I'm gonna roll this blue as well. Nope. Oh, I can't commit the green. Yeah, I'm gonna roll this blue as well. Okay. Not happy about that, but it's what I got. So all of my misses are hits, and all my hits are misses. So that means that these are all hits, and I think I'm definitely going to take this guy out first. Well, no, this guy is more important. So I'm going to take this guy out first. And all these become misses, except for this one. This one stays a hit. Okay, and now I have my second roll here. I still need to worry about this one. So I'm going to pull in 2 of these blues. Well, hold on, before I do that, I need to take this one out first. Nope, this item is more important. Oh my gosh, this is tough. All right. We're gonna do this. Okay, we're not committing this. We're gonna do these. Jeez. Because I don't want to commit these because they'll be hits guaranteed, right? Yeah, I really need this ability gone, so I'm gonna do that and that, and then that. Okay. All right. Okay, we're done. So this one's taken out. This one is almost there. So misses the hits, hits the misses. So this is gonna be a hit, and then this is gonna be a hit, and then these are gonna be misses. So now I think I need to commit a lot of dice now. Oh, sorry. This one gives me +1 to my recovery. And then it says and/or discard 1 non-mandatory enemy from the stack. I don't like this one. Well, I do like the item though. We've already established that I want this one for the strategy, but I don't need to get the strategy from this one. This ability is really not good. And needs a lot of health for a level 2, or sorry, for a level 1. This ability will let me just take him out outright though. All right, we're gonna, I kind of want to keep the Flesh Locust. Having 4 roll faces is gonna be nice. All right, we're taking out the, all right, we're not gonna discard anybody. We're just gonna keep it as it is because I'm clearly indecisive. I want both of those items really badly. So we're not gonna take out any items, but this one's now dead. And now I can commit my greens, which is perfect. So I'm gonna commit 3 of my greens and this. And the hopes is that I'll get enough misses to count as hits. Perfect, okay, I'm glad I did that. So I have enough hits, or have enough misses to count for attacks on them. So these will be converted into hits, and then all these hits will be converted to misses. And that's fine because this item allows me to return all my committed misses back into my pool. So that will, sorry, I just realized you can't see some of this. Let me scooch this up. This will essentially allow me to basically kind of take advantage of the fact that these rules exist and get my dice back. So these dice will come back to me because of this at the end of each strategy phase. Oh, it says each strategy phase. Oh. Okay, I need to read that better. At the end of each strategy phase, return all committed misses. Oh, that's really good. So I can constantly keep changing what dice that I have applied. That is really cool. That's really strong. No wonder why that guy was such a jerk. Okay, so we defeated them all. We did it. And now we suffer damage. There's none. After effects, there's none. Exhaust dice. We're exhausting these. And we get to recover 3. So we're going to recover 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we have no yellows. 3. I want at least 1 of each color. I don't want to be caught flat-footed. Don't want to be caught lacking. So that one dies. And this one goes into my item, which I will be using here very soon. And I will get to discard 1, or I have to discard 1 non-mandatory card from the stack. So we established that I kind of want both of these, but I think between the two, I want this one more than this one. Sucks. All right, moving on. So I must face the mandatory one, so I gotta face this one. And it says, a max of 2 dice can be applied to this enemy. Okay. Oh, I just realized the blaster rifle was exhaust 3 committed misses to melee defeats. Oh. I guess it's not bad if I already missed, you know. All right, so we're gonna roll these 3. Because we just need crits. Actually, I'm just gonna roll these 2. Because it's either 2 crits or nothing happens. This one says, in the roll dice step, re-rolling unapplied. That's not that great of a ability. I mean, it's okay. Oh, we got a crit. 1. All right, so I got 2 more rolls. Ooh, we got 2 crits. Woo, we did it. All right, sorry, that was a crit. All right, I'm happy about that. We have successfully defeated this creature. Perfect. All right, so we do all the things, blah, blah, blah. This goes into my inventory. I'll recover dice. I get to recover 3. So, in all miss, I had no misses. He don't miss. He don't miss. And I get to recover 3. So 1, 2. My dice pool is a mess over here. Let me get my life together. There we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. And I'm feeling pretty good about my game so far. And we have to discard one of these. So they're all non-mandatory. It says this enemy is defeated. If this enemy is defeated, banish all dice applied to it. Ugh. He gives me 1 recovery though. I think I don't like this one. Yeah, I don't like that guy. Ah, boo. All right, next round. We got this one, so we're gonna pull this one. It's orange, so I have to take it. It says a max of 3 dice can be committed this engagement, so I have to take this one as well, because it's another plus. And oh my gosh, I have to take this one too. Whew, this is looking rough. Ah, okay, I don't have to take this one, but I am gonna take, I finally got the 3 I was looking for, but who am I going to fight for the last one? What are these effects? Crits cannot be applied to enemies. Ew. Each enemy can have 1 die of each color, or only 1 die color applied to them. Ew. A max of 2 die can be applied to enemies in the applied dice step. Man, these are rough. All right, I guess I'm taking this one. Jeez. All right, Never Surrender has never looked so good. I mean, I got a lot of dice, and I have some abilities that are really gonna help me out a lot. But this is absurd. Okay. All right. So I think we're gonna have to go semi all out. We're gonna have to go semi all out to try to take these guys out. So I'm gonna do these two, just 2 of each, and my red. This is a lot of dice I'm spending, but boy, do I need to spend them. It says when defeated, if this was the first enemy defeated, this engagement places back on. Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna do them first. Oh wait, I can only commit 3 dice. Shoot, I rolled those 2 already. Darn. Darn. I'm sorry, I forgot. So the engagement is the entire fight. Just to let everybody know, just to clarify why this is bad. I'm gonna roll as green. It's a hit. Okay, I was hoping it would be a miss, but a max of 3 dice can be applied this engagement. And this would kill me if I take all these hits. Crits can't be applied. Oh my gosh, this is... Which one do I not want the most? If I get 1 more miss, then I'll be good. Do I have anything to convert a miss into a hit into a miss? Nobody? Each enemy can only have 1 die color applied to them. Ugh. I don't care about this one too much. This is not a good situation at all. All right, I have to defeat this one first. I have to defeat him first. He's going to go back on top of the stack, which is not great. But otherwise, I'm going to get hosed by everybody else. So, applying this one, and then he's going to immediately run to the top of a stack of my choice. I think I'm just going to put him somewhere I don't care. I'm putting him there. Oh, it's a mandatory, isn't he? Shoot, I have to fight him again. Ah, that's fine. I'll fight him again next round. Okay, so that's applied. This is exhausted. Now we can roll more dice. And crits cannot be applied to enemies, so I kind of need to take this one out next. So I'm going to commit more dice now. Now I'm going to commit that handful of dice I was trying to roll earlier. And I think I'm going to reduce the blue. Well, I'm going to reduce the purple by 1 and increase the green by 1. And, oop. Okay. All right, so I need 3 misses, and I got 3 misses, which is good. So I can use my blaster rifle to take out one of these and get the reward, which is the best part. I think that's the unspoken hero here. Crits cannot be applied because of this guy. So what I will... I can save all my dice if I use my blaster rifle to take out this one, and then try to apply my dice to take out these guys. In this particular circumstance, I need to take this one out first so I can apply the rest of my colors here, which means that I won't be able to use my crit, which is a little sad. So this is only 3 damage. I wouldn't have enough to take him out anyway, so it's either... Yeah. Okay. Hear me out. I'm going to blaster rifle. I'm going to activate the blaster rifle to take out this guy. So he's dead. This guy's dead. And it says immediately defeat a 1 or 2. So it says immediately defeat. It doesn't say no reward. This one specifically calls out no reward in parentheses. This one doesn't, so I get the reward. And now that I've done that, I'm going to apply this hit to this guy. So this dice will be banished. And then I'm going to take out this one. Oh, this is a max of 1 color. Shoot. Oh, it says each enemy can have only 1 die color applied to them. I have 1 more roll left. So I think I'm going to do a crit like that. These 3 are discarded or exhausted because I did the blaster rifle. And I'm going to pull this one back because of my Scorched Moon policy. At the end of each strategy phase, return all committed misses. And I will roll this. So I can only apply the green one, so I need the green one to hit, or else I'll be taking a damage, which I'm okay with taking a damage. Oh, this one gives me +1 recovery, so that's even better. All right. Yeah, my green hit, perfect. Whew. Who takes damage here? Not me. All right, let me not say it out loud. All right, so this one is now defeated. Okay. Did I play that wrong? No, I didn't play that wrong. I did that right. I did that right? Yeah, because I applied 1 die to take him out, which is a green. And then he went back here. Yeah, he ran away. And then I took out this one with the card. I took out this one with the single color, and I took out this one with the single color. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. I was trying to double check, make sure I'm not breaking any rules. You know, this is only my 3rd time recording my playthrough because I broke a rule. You don't need to know that, but now you do. All right, I'm glad we're watching. Okay, cool. Moving on. We're all cool above board here. We're all doing it right. So these are all defeated now. We go through our phasing here. Suffer damage, none. After effects. This one has an after effect of banishing this die. I feel like every game I play, I always end up banishing that same yellow die. Poor die. Then we exhaust dice, and then we get to recover 4, which is great. So I will recover 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure I have 1 of each color. And then we're good. And then we gain items and rewards. So I will gain this item. I can only hold 3 items though. I'm going to gain this item and I'm going to use it immediately. It says +5 health and or discard a non-mandatory enemy from the top of any stack. It's not the greatest item, to be honest. This one lets me discard a 2 enemy from this engagement, no reward. Do I want that item? I kind of want to hold on to this for like healing. You know? Yeah, I think I'd rather just fight the level 2 enemy that I'm going against instead of discarding them for free. So I'm not gonna claim that item over there. The other item I just threw away. I'm gonna claim this one instead, because I can only hold 3 items right now because my strategy is only 3. That's why I want to get my strategy out so I can hold more items. But not the game we played. Now we got to discard one of these from the top of the stack. A max of 8 dice can be committed to this engagement. Non-yellow dice can only be applied to this enemy if applied at the same time as a yellow. That doesn't sound great. After each roll dice step, in which you roll at least 3 different die color, you may choose one miss to make a hit. Yeah. I think between these two, this one is less appealing. So we get rid of this one. All right. Oh, we finished Never Surrender just now. Perfect. It says defeat. Activate 3 or more enemies in a single activation. Cool. So we just finished Never Surrender. Now we're doing 5 strong, which is apply all 5 colors to dice colors to a single enemy. All right. I think we're in a good state here. So we're gonna go ahead and do our fights. We got to fight this one, and then we got to pull in one more. I think this one. Ooh, no. I don't like that one. Well, hear me out. If I fight the assumed Sentinel, because of this effect, won't that limit how many dice I have to pull in? Because like these conflict with each other, so I think that's worth it, right? Yeah. I think that's how that works. That's how it works in my mind. So I'm going to take this assumed Sentinel. And then I'm going to pull in, I got to pull in one more because of him. So I'm going to pull in that guy. I'm doing it again. Okay. So I can only commit a max of 3 dice can be committed to this engagement. And this one says for each die you commit, you must commit all dice from your dice pool of the same color. Okay, that's fine because I'm going to take one of these. So I committed all my reds. And then a max of 2 dice can be applied to each enemy. That's fine. And then I'm gonna take a purple, which means I must commit all my purple, which I can only do 2 because I'm limited to 3. So I feel like this is fine. I just need a crit, and then I'll be okay. I did not get a crit. I only got 3 normals. I can only apply 2 dice. A max of 2 dice can be applied to enemies and each apply dice step. So the question is, do I want to fight this guy again? Yeah, I think it's okay to fight him again. This is okay. So I'm gonna. Oh wait, I don't have to re-roll. I do not have to re-roll unapplied hits from my previous strategy phase. So that is something I don't have to do because of this ability. So I could, well, I could hold on to this one hit, roll these 2, see if I get a crit. And if I'm able to get a crit, then I can take this one out and this one out. This guy is pestering me though. He's gonna deal 3 damage. You know what? I'm okay with him dealing 3 damage. Yeah, I super want to take this one out because it's gonna increase my number of items I can hold. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna re-roll these 2, and I have one more roll left after this. I need a crit. I do not get a crit. All right, this is fine. So what we're gonna do is we are going to apply this die to this one, and we're gonna, this die to this one, and this die to this one. And that's gonna make him run away. This is exhausted now. And then I have my last round here to roll. I can only apply 2 dice to each one. This one's going to hit me, but that's okay because it gives me an opportunity to use this item finally. But I really want to take out this one so I can get the +1 strategy and hold more items. So I'm going to commit the rest of my the rest of my purples. And then roll. And we got our crit, we got our hit, we got everything we need. So we can only apply 2 in each apply dice step, so that sucks. But that's fine, we can apply this here, so we take them out. We get a +1 in our strategy. Oh, we have one more round of rolling. Actually, this is fine. I might be able to take this one out too. There you go, punch that guy. And then I got one more round. I need 3 hits. So I need 3 hits. So I can only roll 2 dice. I need 1 to be a crit. So there's no reason for me to roll 2 blue. So I'm going to roll a blue and a yellow. That's exactly what I needed. There we go. It's on camera. You saw it. I rolled it and it came out. Boom. Dead. Done. Lawyered. Whew. All right. Feeling pretty good about that now. All right. So that's dead. And I have lost a lot of dice. I'm not gonna say I came out of that one scratch free, but whoo, boy, was that rough. Okay, so these guys are all gone. I will gain this as an item. I have 4 item slots now, so he now goes here. And oh, you can't see that. Look at that stack of items. Isn't it great? And this stack or this item says, after each roll dice step in which you roll at least 3 different dice, you may change 1 miss into a hit. So that's gonna be pretty fun. All right, and I get to recover 4 of my choice. So 1, 2, 3. And I really want to have 1 of each color, but I think I just need to kind of get hits because I'm about to face these 2. And it shouldn't be that bad. I did not do 5 to a single enemy yet. I still need to do that mission, but I got other things to worry about right now. So I can do 1 more. I think I'm gonna pull a yellow. I'm pulling in a yellow. Okay. All right, we're all done. Yeah, that felt good. All right, so now we are going to discard 1 of these, and I'm super discarding this guy. It says when you gain a lightning reward, gain the reward a 2nd time. Purples cannot be applied. What do you mean purples cannot be applied? That is redonkulous. Okay, now we go to the next engagement, so I gotta pull this guy, and then this. This is who I was planning on fighting. Actually, would that guy have been good? That's too late, I've already flipped. All right, so I gotta defeat this one, and I wanna defeat this one. So this is the perfect situation to defeat these 2. I'm gonna roll 3 dice, so I can get 1 guaranteed hit. Oh, that didn't roll through. There we go. All right, so I've rolled 3 different colors, and after each roll dice step, in which you roll at least 3 different color die, you may change 1 miss into a hit. Perfect, and that's gonna be all these guys taken out. So I'm taking this one out first, taking this one out second. So now they're both gone. And I can only commit 3 dice, so that was actually perfect. I was not paying that much attention to that. I was just kind of going for winging it. So now this one's down. I do not get any special item, so I'm just gonna throw the item away. And this one, I do get the item. I have to discard 1 of my items to get it. Yeah, I think I'm going to throw this one away. I mean, it feels bad, but this one says in the rolling dice step, in the rolling dice step, re-rolling unapplied hits from your previous strategy phase is optional. Yeah, I'm getting rid of that. That situation is good if you want to hold on to a die because you can only apply a certain number at a time. But I don't find myself in that situation too often. So I'm okay with letting it go. All right, now we've done that. These dice go over there. This guy goes into my inventory. I get to recover 4 dice. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm throwing this one away. And we're almost there. All right, so now we're moving to the next round. So I need a big chunky boy. Give me a really hard to fight guy, because I need to fly all 5 dice to 1, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have all 5 right now. So I think in order for me to do that, I would need to fight a plus and then hope that a big one shows up. When defeated, if not the first enemy defeated this engagement, discard the top 2 cards from the leftmost stack. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm taking this one. Oh, there's our big one. And what is his effect? This enemy cannot defeat it unless it has at least 4 different... That's perfect. That's perfect. Look at how the stars are aligning right now. This is great. Okay. So we are in a good state here. A good situationship, if you will. A good situationship. Sorry, Nintendo's reminding me that my Nintendo Live is going to renew. I haven't played my Nintendo Switch in so long. I might as well just cancel it, but I'll probably forget and send free money to Nintendo. Anyway, going back into our fight, we are doing 1 of each color. So I got to defeat this one first. Oh, it says when defeated, if not the first defeated enemy in this engagement, discard the top 2 cards from the leftmost stack. Okay, I don't care that much about it, because the leftmost stack, I haven't been working that one too much. No, I'm kind of okay with it being cleared out. And what's great about this... Oh, that's not that great. Never mind. I was about to say, what's great about this is because I rolled 3 different colors, I get to flip a miss into a hit, but it's not that great because I need 6 and not 5. So it's not that great. Ooh, okay, cool. Sorry, I forgot I had this item. I'm gonna go ahead and spin this item. It says, hits from my red die deal 3 damage this engagement. Perfect. So I'm gonna play this item. This is dealing 3. So this is 3. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Shoot, that's too much damage. Okay, I might not play that right now, because I want to apply 1 of each. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot. Okay, and I'm going to pull this one back into my pool because of my ability here. This one here, return all misses to your thing. And I do need to put the green back out there, so I need to be a hit. Gosh, I'm running out of dice. All right, I really don't want to play that extra green. Okay, all right, let's see. A miss and a hit. Okay, so we're gonna put that hit there, like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this card anyway, which is going to turn the reds to deal 3 damage this engagement, which means that this one is now defeated. So that should work phasing wise. So now this one's defeated, and I've accomplished this goal. I got the 4 colors on them, so it's perfectly fine. And now I just need to take out this guy. So I need to roll 3 different colors. I only have 2 colors. So woe is me. I'm gonna roll these 2. And he hits for 3. I'm not happy about that. Actually, you know what? No. I'm not gonna roll. I'm not gonna roll an extra, so I'm just gonna take that hit. Oh, well, no, his item's pretty nice. Okay. All right, we got every single hit under the sun. So we got every single hit we could ever want. So we're gonna take him out. Boom. And it says, when defeated, if not the first enemy defeated this engagement, discard the top 2 cards of the leftmost stack. All right, discard. Discard. This one was a items cannot be used. It wasn't that bad. All right, and that is it. So we spent a lot, but we got a few things here, and that's fine. So now we're going to go through our suffer damage. There's none. After effects, there are no after effects. Exhaust dice. Look at that dice pool. And then we get to recover 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Which ones do I get to? I'll recover any that roll hits. Okay, so any that roll hits. So I'm gonna do my lowest ones. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. There we go. And then I get to gain item rewards. I'm gonna gain this item and use it immediately. So that's going to roll all exhausted die and recover any that roll hits. So this might be good. This might be bad. So I get to recover any that roll hits. Oops. Nice. I got all my dice except for that one blue. That's good. That's good. Gave me the best chance there. Thank you. Thank you. RNG. Okay. And now I get to put this item in my stack here. And this one says, once per round, you may exhaust 1 die from your dice pool to change a hit into a crit. And that's once per round, so that's pretty nice. Round is the entire phase, so I can do it once per fight, essentially. Okay. So now that we've done that, we got to discard one of these. I kind of want to get to the boss. Oh, and I did 5 strong. Nice. All right, so it's Scare Tactics. Scare Tactics says, while this is your current mission, you may discard 2 non-mandatory cards. Okay, when do missions get completed? Because I might be able to discard 2. Let's see. Missions are completed by satisfying the conditions of the card. You must complete missions one at a time in order from left to right. Once you complete the leftmost mission, flip it face down and start the next. The conditions of a mission can only be met while it's your current mission. For example, a mission requiring you to defeat a certain number of enemies does not count to enemies defeated before it became the current mission. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. Several missions require tracking the number of times something has occurred. Use the counter side of the chip to track your progress on these missions. I'm just going to use a die, a d6. All right, so Scare Tactics is active, so I can do it now, is what I'm hearing. So I'm going to activate Scare Tactics, and it allows me to discard 2 enemies, and I have to do this in 3 different engagements. Okay, so I get to discard 2, which is great because I kind of want to get to the boss, but I don't want to get into him too fast. So I'm going to discard this one and that's not bad. This one. Ooh, recover 2 dice. Nice. Okay. All right, cool. So I've done it once. That's what that represents. So now I need to do it 2 more times, and then I've done the last mission. I can go fight the boss, and I should be able to accomplish that. So now we go into a normal fight. We're just going to fight this one. A max of 4 dice can be committed this engagement. I'm okay with that. So we can recover 4. We can only commit 4. That's fine. I'm just going to roll these 2. Okay, cool, that's the hits we need. So boom, boom, is dead. And is an item. I have no space for the item, so I cannot even use the item. I really want to use this item, so I need to throw something away. That's horrible. I need +1 to my strategy again. Boo. So this item I can use. Actually, this item down here is not that useful. Well, it's okay. Sometimes you need a crit, and this one gives me a crit. This one says, after each dice roll snap in which you rolled at least 3 different die, you may change 1 to a hit. I'm really trying to save this Relic of Scab for me to like actually, get, hit or have to deal with damage. And that's why I'm like really hesitant to use it. It will go away, it will clear up space, it'll give me this one to flip over the top card and give me another spot. I don't know. I guess I got some hard decisions here. I think I'm going to go with the decision of just not knowing what the top boss is. I kind of like having a little bit of control on the bosses by at least knowing what I'm going to face. But given how my game's going so far, I think I should be able to take on whatever I face. That's the fingers crossed. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. All right, so that one goes away. I'm not taking that item. I might regret my decision later, but I'm not taking it. All right. So now we're done with the engagements. We are going to discard 2 now. So we're gonna do 1. Well, let's recover. Oh, sorry, I forgot to recover. We're gonna cover dice, recover these 3. There we go. And let me go back, switching my music here. Okay. Nope, I don't like that. Doesn't sound good in my ears. Oh no, my music. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, going back. I have to discard 2. So I think I'm gonna discard this one because it's not useful ability to me. And oh, there's another one. There's another flip the boss. Okay, I'm gonna discard this one. It's also not useful to me. So we've done this twice. We just need to do it one more time, and then we have all 3 missions done, and we can go get ready to face the boss. So I'm gonna fight this one. This one says hits on. Ooh. I kind of want to leap. The dilemma. The dilemma. I kind of want to leave him for the final boss fight, you know, because it allows me to recover 2 dice, and then it also makes my greens and my yellows hit 2 instead of 1 for the entire fight. Like, that's so strong. This is also very strong too. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fight this one so I can get to the boss. Kind of sucks that I feel like I'm wasting them. I feel like I'm wasting this ability, but this ability is also pretty nice. It says when this enemy is defeated, you may immediately defeat one or 2 enemy. And that's pretty nice. So we're gonna try to punch him a few times. 2, 3, 4. I got a crit, which is good. And then we are going to, we can turn one of these into a hit because of the thing. So I'm going to turn this one into a hit. And then I'm going to roll again. Got a hit, nice. So we took him out. We get to recover 2 dice. There's no dice to recover. This is going to go over there. I'm going to recover all 4 because I have 4 recovery. The item, I get no item, and we have to discard 2 and 2 non-mandatory, which that's the part that's a little rude. So we're gonna discard this one and discard this one. All right, okay, cool. We've done it 3 times. We finished our mission. This is scare tactics. Do so in 3 different engagements. We did it. We did it. Now we get ready to fight the boss. So let's go ahead and do this one, because we have to fight him. Count the total number of dice applied. Discard that many cards from the top of any stacks. Okay. That's better. So we're going to fight him. We're going to take 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oops. There we go. What do we get? Oh, 1 hit. Ugh. All right. That's not great. So we got 1 hit, and we get to turn one of these into a hit. We're going to turn none of these into a hit, and we're going to roll all 3 again. Because it'll be the same thing. I just need 1 hit. Perfect. Crits and a hit. And then I get to turn one of these into a hit because I rolled 3 different colors. Is that what I have? Yeah, that one. All right, so he's now super dead. And then I get +2 health, so I'm at max health. I'm super powered. I'm fully charged. I'm ready to go. And the after effects for this one is count the total number of applied dice, 4. Discard that many from the tops of any stacks one at a time. So it says discard. It doesn't say pay attention to mandatory, which is really nice. So we're gonna do. Okay, that's fine. We want him to stay. So we're gonna do 1, 2. I think I already know my thing. 3, and then 4. All right, I didn't even read those cards to see what they did. All right, so now we got a whole stack cleared, and we have to discard one of the. Oh. Shoot. I like this one because it automatically defeats an enemy, but this one kind of automatically defeats himself. Shoot. Yeah, this one automatically defeats himself, so I'm gonna have to get rid of this one. Yeah, that sucks. All right, I'm gonna fight the boss. I want to fight the boss. Oh, I recover all 4 of these, right? I don't know if I said that already, but I do because I have a 4 recovery. I'm going to fight the boss. I'm fighting this boss. Oh, the Alpha Beast, of course. Did I shuffle these? I didn't shuffle these. Sorry. Nope, too late. I revealed it. It's my fault. I should have shuffled. Okay, the Alpha Beast is who I'm fighting, and it says it's going to have an entourage of 2. Now, this is the part that I messed up in my previous playthrough, my most recent playthrough that I did that you guys will never see. But this symbol, when I'm doing the final boss fight, it plays a little bit different. Because if I pull out one that has plus skulls on it, I ignore those plus skulls completely. So I'm only going to pull out 2 more enemies, which in this case is going to be these guys. And now I do my fight. So hits can only be applied to enemies if all unapplied dice are hits. Dice applied to the Alpha Beast are not removed in the exhaust dice step. Okay. This one says in the roll dice step, if you roll 4 or more hits, discard this enemy. No reward. That's okay. And this one says hits can only be applied to enemies in matching color pairs. That's okay. So I think this is a great time to just roll everything, right? Like why would I not roll everything? Oh, I see. Because hits can only be applied if all unapplied dice are hits. Okay. So I want all hits. That's why. All right. I see. That's not great. So I'm not going to be able to apply any hits at all for my first of 4 rolls. So I have 3 more rolls left. So I cannot apply any hits. I can take my misses back and put them back in my pool because of my ability there. Oh, this is going to suck. I rolled only 2 colors, so I need to roll 3 different colors. So I'm going to pull this one in, so it's 3 different colors, and then pull these back. All right. This is roll number 2. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. And I got a crit in there too. Hell yeah. All right. So this is what I rolled. Because of my ability, if you roll 3 different colors, you can turn a miss into a hit, and it did. So I rolled red, purple, blue, and now we can apply our hits, and this is good. Oh, this guy would disappear, bloop, because I rolled 4 more dice. And then hits can only be applied to enemies in pairs, matching colored pairs. So 2, 4, so this one's down, and it gives me +1 strategy. Oh man, I feel like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to apply these. I want to apply these 3 hits to this guy, and then apply these 2 to him, right? And then I can survive a round of hits from these 2. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, and then I'm going to pull in this one, and then pull these 2. So this is going to be roll number 3 of 5. All right, that's perfect. So this one, nope, there we go. Sorry, I want to make sure I'm not messing up with stuff here because I can't see. All right, so these are good because this hit can turn, is that once per round? No, after each roll step in which you roll at least 3 different dice colors, you may change one miss into a hit. All right. Okay, so I can do these 2 to this guy. So now he's down, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And everything was a hit, so I can still apply these to him. So it's 6. And I can apply that one too, so 7. And we have 2 more rolls left. So we're gonna roll these 2 and these 2, so these 4. All right, so I'm not gonna be able to place any hits now. So once per round, you may exhaust 1 die from your dice pool to change a hit into a crit. That's not gonna help me. I can pull back my misses into my pool. That's not gonna help me. Yeah, none of that's gonna help me. Okay, all right, nothing over there is gonna help me. So I have 1 more roll left, and I'll roll to see if I can actually hit. I cannot apply any hits because all my dice have to be hits. Perfect. All right, so I'm applying all of these to him, or to them, and so this is 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that's game. Oh, perfect. All right. I was gonna do some shenanigans here. I was gonna try to like throw a dice away to do a thing, but this is 6, and then this is 6. All right, we successfully defeated the Alpha Beast. Whew. That was it. That was game. We did it. We had some pretty powerful items. We still had a pretty good start, and we got some really lucky rolls. There was one time it was like a 50-50 if we got to finish the game or not. It looks like we were able to be on the positive side of the 50-50, and that felt great. All right, so as you can see, it's a dice game through and through. There's a lot of dice going on. Sometimes the dice, sometimes the dice don't dice. But at the end of the day, it's not about the dice rolls you rolled. It's about the friends you made along the way. Oh no, ignore me. Okay, all right, so that's gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and do my review video, which I'll talk about this game here shortly. And so feel free to check out that video. And that's it. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you all whenever.